Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. What's good, what's good, what's good? So, as usual, Paul is on here first, just doing her thing. She ain't got no stress, no worries, no nothing. She's not playing any games. Told us that she said hello and that she did her homework. So now my question to you is, did you do your homework? Just wondering, just curious. If you've done what you've supposed to be done, get done. There you go. Now we're looking at the right screen. There you go. Before you were looking at my notes and stuff, and that, that's not cool. So had to fix that. So tonight's question, and it's a good one. What company tokenized 30% of their 2024 transactions? Microsoft, Amazon, Walmart, or MasterCard? That's what's up. That's what's up. Again, what company tokenized 30% of its 2024 assets, of its transactions rather? Is it Microsoft, Amazon, Walmart, or MasterCard? Ham's House in the house. Ham's House, don't cheat. Don't cheat. I will find you. Put you in a corner. D. Burke Photo, what's good? I love when people slide in and then slide out real fast. And then they just stay there. And I'm kind of like, it'd be nice if I could see who is on. So what do we have going on? Let's see. There's actually a ton of news going on. And most people probably missed what was important. They probably missed what was important, and that would be sad. Right? And the reason why I say so is because there's a lot of news. There's like a ton of news. I mean, just with the stuff that I have, I've got 14 points. Right? I've got 14 points that I need to make, and they're all pretty nice. Metaplanet raised $25.9 million for Bitcoin expansion. The SEC and CFTC are looking to create a collaborative crypto regulation environment. Federal Reserve Governor highlights stablecoin growth and risk. Christopher Waller sees stablecoins as strengthening the U.S. dollar, but warns of liquidity and regulatory risk as their market cap hits $224.5 billion. I did my research and definitely contributed to that tokenization. Ham's House? Oh, so did I. So I can't put you in a corner. So did I. Rick Ritchie, what's going on? You know what, Rick? That's the line of the night. They are easy when you do your own research. Bam. That's the one. That's the one right there. That's actually a really big deal because most people, like I said, when you start doing your own research, right? Know your entries and exits and absolutely invest deliberately, you have a better opportunity to recall things. And you can crack jokes like Ham's House did. Make statements the way Rick Ritchie did. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying. Right? 8 paws into his house. Aloha. You did your research. That's what's up. Somebody dropped us a note earlier today. And they said, hey, have you checked out ARK Invest's, roadmap for 2025? I did. And that means I did my research. That's right. You did. I love that. So they knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone. I researched this. Did you? I did my research. Bam. That's a very big deal. I've said it before. I actually like understanding how people invest. And there are companies I pay attention to, and ARK Invest happens to be one of them. I like how they think. I don't always agree with them, but I like how they think. I like how they reason out, right? What they're doing, what they're going to do, why they did something. I pay attention to that. Whew. What else do we have? Federal Reserve Governor highlights that whole stablecoin growth thing. I didn't realize that number, $224.5 billion as a market cap. Wow. That's actually really, really big. Really, really big. Coinbase plans to re-enter India, because remember they had those regulatory problems. I think everybody's had regulatory problems in India. I think India is starting to rethink what they're going to do, right? AI-powered crypto scams are surging, right? And that is not a small thing, right? That's not a small thing. We should absolutely be paying attention to that. Let me see who brought that to us. Where is it? I just read it. How could I lose it? Dun, 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 dun. That one's that one. And crypto scams. Yeah, Chainalysis. I should have known. Chainalysis is no joke. If you want to know what's going on in terms of just what's going on in general, in the Web3 space, Chainalysis is a great source. Sentiment is another one. Just saying. There are a lot of resources out there that we could be paying attention to, and you should probably create your list of trusted resources. Just going to put that out there for you. SEC's legal pause with Binance and Trump's CFTC nominee. The SEC's shifting legal approach affects cases against Binance and others, while Brian Quinten's CFTC nomination signals a changing regulatory landscape. And I reported part of that yesterday and a part of that previously. The reason why that's a very big deal, all of it, is because you've got to start connecting those dots. I reported this morning, BitFury, the guy from the former chief legal officer from there, is now going to head the OCC. Okay? David Sachs, former he's a PayPal mafia guy. He's leading that whole, there you go, Michael McCaskill. Just saying. He's leading that whole AI crypto thing that Trump is thinking about turning into, a periodic, meeting. So did David Sachs just get sacked? Or they're shifting? And I'm paying attention. Because remember, that whole area is thinking about, well, what do we do about the Bitcoin reserve that we said we were going to do, but that we're just starting to do research on it, and that might take some time, like 6 months or something, because we've got to float the bubble. Yeah. They're starting to realize that creating that thing is not going to be as easy as they thought it would be at the country level, at the state level. So that states, there are currently 20 states that are looking to have a Bitcoin reserve or digital asset reserve. Those are going to kick in before the United States Bitcoin reserve kicks in. And I have to tell you, I think it'll kick in before the sovereign wealth fund kicks in. They have to research it, and they have to see how that's going to work. And then they have to put it through Congress. And then they have to do this, that, and the other, and jump through this hoop and that hoop. And they got to set that hoop on fire. And then this one's laying down. Nobody's holding it up. There's a lot of stuff that they need to do at the country level to make all this stuff happen. And everybody thought it was just going to be like this. If you actually understand government, you knew it was never going to be like that. You also know that some of it is probably not going to happen. Nobody wants to listen to that reality. Nobody wants to listen to that reality, right? I'm just putting it out there for you, right? Federal Reserve Governor highlights stablecoin growth risks. That's Christopher Waller. I'm telling you, we need to pay attention to their regulations around stablecoins. We really, really do. Changes around those regulations could actually make it hard for different people to do business in the United States, including Tether. What's going on, Jared? Jared, are you still here? Like, you popped in, you said hello, or you joined. I'm wondering if you're still here. because I don't know how the numbers work on Instagram. And that's what's frustrating me about Instagram. I mean, I can't really trust the numbers on YouTube either, because I know I have a lot of people watching that don't really chat. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate you, man. What else is going on? Michael McCaskill's fault right here. OpenSea launches C token and OS2 beta. Interesting. Don't know if I actually care, but it's newsworthy because there are people that use OpenSea for their NFTs. It's okay. Then we've got South Korea is thinking about allowing corporate crypto trading. Now that's actually bigger than what people think. Asia is a huge Web3 space. Huge Web3 space. And I think that people kind of don't understand how big of a deal it is. And that's why I'm kind of like, yeah, we need to pay attention to certain areas around the world, because what they do there is going to affect what happens in this country and other countries. I think the lesson that people need to learn is that technology has made geography less of a problem. Think about that. I can call any place in the world like that. I can communicate with anybody around the world like that. News travels around the world like that. It's not like in the old days. You had to wait for airmail to get here. You had to label it airmail and had to pay extra money and all this other stuff. It's not like that anymore. I think people forget that. And people are still of that mindset that what happens here or what happens over there doesn't affect us over here. Wrong. You've got to be doing your research on a global level and evaluate that piece of news that you have against your own bag. Short term, mid-term, long-term. What's going on, Hutanic? I thought about it. Stable coins backed by treasuries are as fragile as the current FDIC system. Boy, you know, sometimes you give a little bit too much credit. Seriously, think about that. I'm looking at the FDIC as possible that it doesn't exist in 2 years. People are probably looking at me and going, Eddie, you need to go take a nap. And I'm going to say to you, nah. I'm telling you, the FDIC could be faced with the axe from the Department of Government Efficiency. Look at what they did to the NLRB, the National Labor Relations Board. They couldn't kill the agency, but what did they do? They fired the head of the agency and key people. And that basically made the agency headless and unable to do anything because it's a board. They have no quorum, which means they can't make decisions, which means nothing can move forward. See how that works? There are more ways than one to skin a cat. Just putting that out there for you. So I look at the FDIC. Remember I told you a couple of weeks ago, my brother called me up and he was like, yo, what we doing? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I don't have any faith that the FDIC is going to be here. I have no faith. I want you to give thought to what's being erased. You have the National Labor Relations Board. That's supposed to protect people at their jobs. Discrimination, abuse, blah, 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 bloody, bloody, blah. What's another one that they killed? The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That's going to enable everything to just get slammed. Right? It means that there's no oversight in the financial community right now. None. So what are they removing? If you look at what they're destroying right now, what are they removing? They're removing everything that would protect the regular person. Everything that would protect the regular person is being removed from the board. We don't need that. We don't need that. That's bigger than what you think. That means literally people get treated like crap at their job, and they don't have the National Labor NLRB, whatever board, right? Just not get along. Every now and then I just miss something, and I miss it. I'm old. It's okay. Labor Relations Board, sorry. So you start to realize, holy moly, they're not removing things that will hurt big business. They're not removing things that will hurt high net worth individuals. They're removing things that hurt the common person. You cannot tell me that this is not a concerted effort. So now, when I look at the FDIC, I kind of go, I never would have thought about it before, but now I'm kind of like, ooh, who's that protecting? $250,000? Who's that protecting? That's not protecting the high net worth people. That's not protecting them. That's protecting the little people. Up to $250,000 is supposed to be insured. Well, if you're a high net worth individual, $250,000 is what you give to your kid on the weekend. I still remember when Larry Ellison bought his kid, an F-16. His kid had just turned 16. That was a 16th birthday, gift. An F-16. What? How'd that happen? Yeah. Fast forward to today and think about how rich, how loaded, how wealthy that family is. And you go, oh, it's like that. Yes, it's like that. So when I look at the FDIC, I'm just wondering, how long does it have? They're demonstrating that it doesn't take a lot to whack an agency, even if you don't whack an agency. What's going on, Scott? So yeah, I wonder about that. Michael McCaskill, thank you for that. But I think I'm a lucky dad. I honestly think I'm a lucky dad. But thank you for that. I appreciate you. Truly, I appreciate you. And yes, I noted that. I don't know if you saw the message, but I did note that article that that point that you wanted raised on the next Big Baggers meeting. Got it. ISO EIC 40021, something like that. Yeah, got it. Lauren Joseph, what's good? So we're looking at a time right now where the pendulum is swinging over to that side. The wealthy institutions, high net worth individuals, it's swinging over there. Because let me tell you, $250,000, I'm good. I've got insurance. High net worth individuals like, what the hell is that going to do for me? I'll take the loss. Right? My kid lost that on Thursday is what they're going to look at. They're going to be like, oh, it's a rounding error. You start to think about that. Lauren Joseph, thank you so much for that. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you. So you start to think FDIC at 7%, MICA at 80%, minimum with the other 20% in other assets. MICA is stablecoin standards. Hutanic, you can't follow that. I have an idea about what you're saying. It's hard to follow that. FDIC at 20%, at 7%. What do you mean? You've got to give us more so we have context. Not everybody's going to be able to follow that. What else do we have? South Korea's FSC to think about corporate trading. Mentioned that. U.S. delays Bitmain Bitcoin mining equipment over trade tensions. Really? So I want you to stop and think about this, because this is funny. The new regime, I'm closing my eyes because my eyes are burning a little bit. The new regime wants all of Bitcoin mining to happen in the United States, but yet you're stopping the mining rigs from getting here. Do I really have to go into that? I don't have to go into that, do I? I really don't. I really, really don't. I got you, Hutanic. Thank you. You still go in the corner for that cheeky response. So, just saying, just letting you know. Where's Henson? I haven't seen him in a little bit. So that's you think about that. Oh, Lauren says the Bank of England rejects Bitcoin as a strategic reserve, saying it has no utility. I'm cracking up. I really am. The world's strongest institutions are buying it left and right, advising their customers to buy it left and right. And the Bank of England, because they're also knowledgeable, says something like that. And Lauren is on. Lauren is not playing. Lauren's like, and if not Bitcoin, then what? Anything that will not empower the common person. That's honestly how I look at it. Anything that will not empower the common person is what they're going to go for. Just saying. Hutanic, where's patient one? I need patient one like right now. Wow, you're on some ish. Funny as hell. And what the hell is wrong with the horse and buggy? I want a horse and buggy. Nice little saunter. Stop by the grocery store, take my horse and buggy back. I'm just saying. Nobody will steal it. What else do we have? We've got ZK Lend offers a $3.3 million bounty. I don't think it was was it 3. No, it wasn't $3.3 million. I thought it was 10%. They got $9 million stolen, and they offered a 10% reward for the stolen funds. Right? Because what they're saying is, it would be a lot of work to launder those stolen assets. We'll let you keep 10% if you return the rest of it. And if you're really nice, tell us how you did it so we could plug it. But yeah, ZK Lend got hit. And it's based on, obviously, ZK, it's based on Ethereum. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Lauren, I'm still cracking up. That was just, I'm still cracking. If not Bitcoin, then what? Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss on that one. Crypto analyst warns of Solana and altcoin bull trap. Crypto Capo, I wonder what their background is, predicts Sol could drop to $140 in March before rebounding. Hutanic time frame. With BTC hitting $86,000 before a new high and ETH dipping down to 18. I wish ETH would. If Ethereum hit 1,800, what? Yeah, I'm not even playing. But Ethereum would hit 1,800 before rallying to 4,800. Timing. I don't know about that timing. I'm not 100% sure about that timing. Here's why. Remember yesterday we were talking about all of the ETFs, all the Solana ETFs that were going to hit. Well, if the Solana ETFs hit first week, second week of March, that destroys that timing. because I think the positivity from those launches is going to pop everything up, buoy everything. So I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Don't forget tonight's question. Wow. How are there no votes for tonight's poll? We are 26 minutes into this show, and there are no votes on this poll. That's almost impossible. Who didn't vote? Which one of you knuckleheads didn't vote? Hutanic, did you vote? Paula, did you vote? That's what I thought. And it's showing me 0. Like, there's no way in the world nobody voted. People were bragging about how easy it was. I've got 0s. Do you guys see something else in the count? 8 paws voted, I would have thought. That's at least 2 votes, and it's showing me nothing. Annoying. It's freaking annoying. What else do we have? I've been researching the 1929 market and got too nervous, so I took my money out of the stock market. Oh, 8 paws. That's a statement. That is one hell of a statement. I've been researching the 1929 stock market and got too nervous, so I took my money out of the stock market. Damn. I cannot find a reason. Like, I can't find an argument against that move. Wow. Mind blown. Mind blown. Holy freaking shimol. I hold such a little stock, I don't have to worry about it. Damn. Oh, I have no place to go with that one. No place to go with it. Paula, nail on the head. Nail on the head. 8 paws, did her own research, knows her entries and exits, and absolutely she invested deliberately. Hat tip to you, young lady, because I'm still blown away. I don't know that it's FUD, man. I don't know that it's FUD. The stock market is having a problem with... oh, that was my little brother. The stock market is having a problem with the Fed not wanting to lower rates because they don't want to face the facts that we could be approaching a time where we need to raise rates instead of lowering rates. There's a lot of conflict out there, and I don't know that she's wrong. And look at Hutanic. I cashed out of my IRA and stocks in 2020. I'm just saying, I cannot come up with, technically I could come up with an opposing argument, right? I can always come up with an opposing argument, but one that would, because there are trends, right? So you can look at what happened in 1929 and compare that to modern day. That's all they do is compare past numbers to present numbers to try to project future numbers. That's all they do. Okay? And I'm sitting back and I'm saying, what bubble could hit right now that can make that happen? And I think there are probably a lot of people that aren't thinking about it. Commercial real estate. Coach Kevin, what's good? Delano, what's going on? But if you stop and you think about that, damn. Can't be mad at you, babe. Cannot. Commercial real estate is huge. So Did they? I think they said there are what 500, either 5 or 500 buildings. I forget what the number was that the United States government wants to sell. What kind of a load is that going to put on the commercial market? When that happens, oh, that huge, huge. Jamie Dimon sounded off today because a whole bunch of people publicly signed a petition to say, hey, dude, why don't you roll back that mandatory 5 days a week in the office thing? And he lost his ish. Lost his ish. Coach Kevin, happy to have you here in the front row, man. Where's your son? And so when you have that level of property hitting the market's going to take a dive, right? It's already hurting. It's already hurting. Go to some of these big cities and go to office buildings. You have a lot of companies that used to have a lot of space and they're consolidating. Oh no, we can fit all these people on this floor now because we got rid of so many people. We don't have that problem. I'm just saying. City has, what is it, 388 Greenwich? City has a huge building. Huge building down in the Wall Street area. Huge. And they're trying to make everybody come back to the office. You know, employees, consultants, everybody come back to the office. They laid off a whole bunch of people last year. They're going to lay off a whole bunch of people. Well, last year, year before last, they're going to hold off. They're going to, get rid of a whole bunch of people this year. They have $600 million set aside to get rid of all these people because, you got to give them payouts and all that other good stuff. There are a lot of companies in New York City that are going to have to rethink because of congestion pricing. They're going to have to rethink their rules and regs for making everybody come to the office. There are so many. They're saying, oh, there aren't a lot of jobs. There aren't a lot of jobs. There are a lot of jobs out there that are just like, we just need quality people. We need quality people. We're willing to let you work remotely as long as you work on our time frame. EST, PST, CST. They're like, yeah, we just need that. Driving in from college, gonna grub and grind crypto. That's what's up. That's what's up. Mid 2020 coming up, Q3 to be refinanced or call the loan. There are 5-year, spell out ARMs, please. Adjustable rate mortgages, most interest only. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh damn. Wow. Yeah. The real estate market is in for a huge jolt. So if I can put my hands on liquidity, you can scoop up some stuff. If you've got a job or you have money, you can scoop up some stuff. That's no joke. That is no joke. Wow. In my head right now, I'm having all kinds of wow moments. So when you think about all of that, and then you go back to what 8 Paws said, I pulled out of the stock market. I'm done. I'm good. Because what could be coming? Bubble. Chicano, what's going on, man? Or what's going on, they? Because I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. So they. Them. I am honestly tripping over that. Like, that's kind of insane. I'm checking a couple of things. Just bear with me. Yep. There's that. Let me log in. I'm trying to see if I can show you guys some stuff. Phew. Say what now? I'm supposed to be logged in. Okay, I'm logged in and cannot get past because my guys are still working. Yeah, Paula, I feel validated. yeah, like I can't even, like, wow. I'm honestly, wait, I can see posts, but not the tracker. There you go. That's cool. It's it's bugged out. I just want to write something as a test. I'm literally, you know what? I'm going to take you guys with me because I'm testing. You might as well test. And you can see my notes right there too. I don't care. You can see all my notes. That's fine. What about the commercial real estate bubble? Ooh. Yeah. All right. So now we're working on it. You guys didn't think we were working on it. We're working on it. There's a lot more to come. There's a lot more to do, but that literally is. I mean, that's working. So the next step for this particular piece is to obviously clean it up, add reactions. I think we could already upload images and stuff. The next step is to create, that's the straight up feed. And then there's going to be another feed for the big baggers. And the big baggers will be able to go on there and chat to their heart's content. Nice, right? We're working on it. We're really, really close. Like right now, we're talking about beautification. That's literally what we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, the Fed could go to 0%. If they went to 0%, the issue with that would be they would have no more levers to pull. Nobody wants that. That would be a major problem. That would be an absolute major problem. So I'm testing something else now. I'm testing as I do the show because there's stuff that we want to show. There you go. It should pop right up. Bam! Wow. The speed of this is ridiculous. Just saying. The thing is, the Fed could go to 0%. The banks will do 7% because they can see it already in the margin between the Fed and the funds rate. Yep. And by the way, I got stuff to test. You know, you can't gripe at me for not having something ready, and I'm testing it. My guys are still working, busting their tails for us. Just saying. But yeah, I think the real estate bubble is going to be a major problem. And then something that people aren't paying attention to, what was it? 75,000 people took the buyout from the U.S. government. Now they stopped. They're not offering anymore because now I guess they're saying, oh, we just want to fire everybody else. So you're going to have people pounding the pavement, right? One of my friends is pounding the pavement because they whacked the consumer bureau, CFPB. And so I can see the effects of that right now. You've got other companies like Citi that are going to be laying people off. And you know what these companies do? They post jobs that aren't necessarily real. And so it skews the numbers. It skews the numbers for sure. But you're going to have a lot of people out there pounding the pavement. And I don't think they understand what they're doing because everything is cyclical. Everything touches everything else. If people are out of work, they can't afford to buy things. If you can't buy things, those companies start to hurt. And a lot of these companies are inflicting it upon themselves. So all those people that have jobs now that aren't going to have jobs in the future that got laid off by Citi, what are they going to do? They're going to wind up having to pull money out of their bank accounts and all that other good stuff. What kind of hit is that going to be? And then you have people that are looking at how people are being treated and will just go in sympathy, yeah, I don't want my money in that bank either. And by the way, why should I have money in that bank? I can't do anything with it. There you go. I don't have to cut a check. I need a routing number and an account number, right? And then I can do it. Well, guess what? There are companies out there that will do that for you, and you can pay your bills from there. Coinbase, Cash App. There are a lot of companies out there that do that. And then you sit there and you kind of go, I can leave my money there. I can leave it in Bitcoin or whatever other digital asset I want to leave it in. Leave it right there, or put it on my wallet, and when I need it, flip it and then pay my bills. Banks need to stop and really think about what they want to do here. Again, I could probably come up with an argument that says, why are you looking at 1929? It's 2024. And then you go, Is that as strong an argument? I don't think so. I don't think so. So again, something else to add to the calendar. When is everything going to go? How are we going to make our money? Just saying. 10 years ago, if I told you the toilet paper story, you would tell me I was nuts. Damn. Foul. That's foul. That is foul. Because yeah, if you'd have told me 10 years ago that there were going to be runs on freaking toilet paper, who would believe you? You'd get locked up. They would want to put you in a penitentiary. And here we are. I need a down payment on the house. Somebody forks over an egg. I was looking at a reel last night. Somebody said, well, you need to have equity. You need to put some money down or whatever for this loan and blah, blah, blah. And she whipped out a dozen eggs. The guy said, oh, you're approved. What? Hutanik, you're absolutely right. A run on toilet paper is like a run on the banks. This is one of those things where you might not suspect it. And you're kind of like, no. And then you get to this and you're like, oh, that's very much real. That right there is a real deal thing. Wow. Yup. Sorry, I am live and it worked. So yeah. Wow. I'm still tripping. Real estate market goes crash. What's the space that takes the biggest hit when the commercial real estate market goes boom? Can anybody tell me? Anybody? Banks. That's the answer. Banks. And by the way, people, I still see 0 votes. And I know people voted. I still see 0 votes. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I'm seeing 0 votes. That's annoying. I should close it and see if I can restart it, right? Let me see if I can do that. So end the poll because we got zeros all over the place. Start a new poll. And then we had Microsoft, Walmart, MasterCard. Who was the other one I put up on there? I'm drawing a blank. Whatever. I just want to see if it works. because I'm annoyed now. Look at that. And now that I closed it, I'm annoyed. We actually had 11 votes. And at the time, it was 54% MasterCard, 18% Amazon, Walmart 18%, Microsoft 9%. Yeah, the poll results came up, but I couldn't see it on the screen. Annoying. Oh, the poll was, what company tokenized 30% of its 2024 transactions? Herman Penny was good. Sometimes technology is not my friend. Sometimes it's not my friend. Let's see what else. I spoke about the bull trap, and Coinbase results record Q4 revenue of $2.3 billion. Coinbase's transaction revenue surged 270% post-election. Stock hit $349.75, and trading volume soared to $439 billion amid expectations of pro-crypto, administration. Hey, Rick, good night, man. Be safe, have fun, and thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your trust. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, damn. 5 votes already. Yeah, there was something just happened with it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't refresh it either. So yeah, that's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. What's good today? Give me a moment. I just want to see something. Let's go by change. Top 250. Wow. So everybody's a freaking loser. So out of the 250 coins, Telcoin and Toshi are up. And then right after that, everything drops from 10%, 10.19% to 3.74%. That means losers list must be hard. Oh, the losers list is ugly as heck. It's not as bad as I thought. Everybody's kind of just middle of the road. Arweave is down, Gala's down, Pendle's down, BitTensor, Curved Out, Brett, Chili's, BitGet Token, Virtuals. Who else I'm paying attention to? A16Z, AI16Z, which is really Elisa OS, Fartcoin. Wow. Got a lot of downs. A lot of downs. Did I miss any questions? I don't think I missed anything. But yeah, wow. So yeah, I think this year is going to be the year of the calendar. I think we're really going to have to pay attention to the calendar. Thank you, Bianca. I really think this year is going to be the year of the calendar, and I think we're going to have to watch the calendar closer than what we used to. I really do think we're going to have to watch it closer than what we used to, because I think we're in for a very volatile end of year. Second half, I think, is going to be scary. And I mean, like, strap the hell in level scary. That's what I'm thinking. Because when you put the 1929 comparison to it, stock market, and you think about the commercial real estate market, you think about all the layoffs that's going to spill over into the single family home real estate market. Damn. It's going to hit hard. It's going to hit really, really hard. I think if you put all that together, like I don't see how anything becomes good. And then when I think about, there was a Republican politician that stood up in Congress. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. And they said with all of the potential job cuts that were, that the government wants to have in the past little bit, you're not even going to get a year in terms of debt. You're not even going to get the equivalent of year out of it. Hutanic, $3,200 for gold by month end. Highly possible, I believe. Highly possible. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just wondering, so when I look at those cuts, I start to think about the Department of Government Efficiency as being a red herring. Look over there. Look at what they're doing. Blah, 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 blah. And taking your eyes off of everything else. That's honestly how I'm looking at it right now. Because with all the cuts that they even think that they could do, it's not going to equate to even a dent for a year. A dent for a year. It's not even going to equate to that. So I have to be honest. I'm fearful that the US dollar and other fiats around the world are going to fail. Your fiat's worth nothing. My fiat's worth nothing. Their fiat's worth nothing. It's highly possible they just fail. And then what do you have? I'm just saying. The company valuations were very elevated. The majority of folks use a lot of leverage. Yes. Think about it. If you have a mortgage, you're living beyond your means. Let's be honest about it. But there are still a lot of high net worth individuals. Except the problem with them is that doesn't trickle down. They've never done anything to make that trickle down. That whole trickle down economics thing, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's never trickled down. It's always dripped up. So that's kind of a big deal to me. So yeah, I'm kind of amazed by that. I'm not amazed because we've been talking about, commercial real estate for a while. If you think back to Portugal, Italy, Greece, and Spain, take the first letter of each one. That's what they were calling it. I'm not going to use that word. They were selling government buildings. Remember that? They were the hardest hit nations in the world, and they were selling government buildings. And I'm sitting here and I'm telling you that that's where the United States is headed. They're looking to sell government buildings. Today, 8 paws hit it on the head. Today's leverage is credit card overuse. Nail on the head. Nail on the flippin' head. So yeah, there's nothing pretty about that. Nothing. Nothing pretty about that. And if you're living off your credit card, you kind of know what's coming. You kind of know what's coming. We've got to be prepared. Do your own research. Know your entries and exits. And absolutely invest deliberately. You gotta prepare. Every dollar spent is a dollar minted in creation. Yep. Alley Boy, what's good? But we have to contrast the cuts with a 36 trillion. Oh, man. Dude, Lauren, oh, that's mean. Yeah. A 36 trillion, 36 point, oh, it's 36.5 or 36.7 trillion dollars in debt. Okay? That's what Lauren is saying. We've got to contrast that. So not only will the people be hurting, but yeah, we still have that debt. That's why I said, I think there are going to be a lot of fiat. There's a lot of fiat around the world that's in just a bad a place as the United States. Right? They're just at different levels. We consume the most, so we owe the most. Change that tone. Cut it out. Problem is, well qualified you are, the solution guy. What? Lauren, I missed something. I know I'm misreading something. I know I'm misreading something. I can't make out what you mean by that statement. The problem one, I'm not sure. Wow. The debt is no joke. It's not going away. We're causing tariffs. We're calling for tariffs. Why are we calling for tariffs? Because we owe so much money. It's going to be special. H. Lindo, what's going on? It's going to be special as this year goes forward. There's a lot going on. I'm saying that I follow you for solutions to fiat. Okay. Whew. I was looking at that last word and I was like, what? Like I said, I don't have most of my money in a bank. I have most of my value. I don't even say money. I have most of my value not in a bank. That could be businesses. It could be crypto, not in a bank. Commercial real estate is going to hit the banking industry the hardest. It really is. We all agree to fail fiat. Crypto bits could be the solution, but I think it's investment in general. Know how to invest. Like I said, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. I think investment is the answer, whether it be in crypto or businesses or real estate. I think last week I told you guys, I'm waiting for that bubble. I'm waiting. I know a lot of people that are waiting. They've got dry powder on the side and they're waiting because they know. They're waiting, just waiting. You're going to have, I remember a few years ago, I was driving down to Myrtle Beach. My daughter was having a softball tournament. We were driving down to Myrtle Beach. I can't tell you how many towns all you saw were tumbleweeds. Whole towns. The only place that was open in one of the towns was McDonald's because it was right there on the highway. It's like right off the highway. Boop, get your McDonald's, get back on the highway. Yeah. It's scary. And it's scary to think that this is what could be coming our way. If you ask a bank for a loan, that is minting currency. Yeah. The question is, will the commercial market fail? I don't think that's a question. I think the question is when. And then people are going to be like, oh man, I should put my money in anything. And truth be told, I'm going to be rushing toward PAX G. Yes, I'm going to continue buying Bitcoin, but PAX G is my other one. The same. Anything that's going to earn me more value, I'm all about. PAX G is going to earn value. Perfect timing. Nobody can afford their meds, sports, and mines. Yep. A coin run. I don't know. But I think unemployment is going to hit hard. I think companies are going to be rethinking, oh wow, we outsourced, 70% to India. But now the people in your own country can't afford your services and there are no jobs because you outsourced everything to India. Not that we don't have qualified people here, just that the companies think that it's cheaper in India and other countries. Think about that. Think about that. Yeah. You're going to a trade show next month and you're using cash, unless they accept crypto. Just saying. Not let one coin go since 2020. I think it's a matter of, do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. I think it's one of those things where we're going to be thinking about how things are going to play out, and this year's calendar is going to show us a lot. This year's calendar is going to show us a lot. The last half of this year, I have nothing but question marks. The commercial real estate market is already hurting because you have so many people that don't want to go back to the office. Well, if they don't go back to the office, that area is going to suffer because there's nobody there to buy lunch, to get their cleaning done, to buy breakfast, to do odd things that you do while you're at your job, because you're not in the office. So you're at home. So all that money is there, not here. Because what happens when that money comes here? Well, you've got to commute to the office, so you're spending money for that, spending money on gas and all that other stuff. What people are saying to large companies and their whole return to the office thing is, hey, I don't want to waste any more money traveling to an office when we all know I can do the same job from Indo-Frickinesia. There's no reason for people to be in the office, except maybe if they want to see a couple of people, go have lunch, whatever. But truthfully, you could do the work from home, and that's a lot of money. When you make people come back to an office where they haven't come back to the office in years, you're literally giving them a pay cut. That's what they're saying. That it's not the come to the office, it's the pay cut that the come back to the office represents. And these companies don't care. And I think they're going to pretty soon find out, because they're going to FAFO, and they're going to find out that you don't care, and so we don't care. I can go find another job making far less money over here, but be able to cover my bills. Barely, but still be able to cover my bills. I'm going to go do that because I don't want to travel there to go do your job and not get a raise. When I started working from home, this is what people are saying. When I started working from home, that was a raise. And now you want me to give you back that money. You want me to blow that money. I was saving my money. That's my cash. I can't write off going back and forth to the work. It is what it is. I can't write off buying lunch. I can't do any of that. So that's a pay cut. I work from home. I'm probably eating less. I work from home. Even if I was eating more, the kitchen's right there. I just walk over to the kitchen, get what I get, and I come back to my desk and I'm working again. Companies don't want to admit that you're just as productive working from home as you are in the office, and probably more so. And they probably get more time out of you because you still get up regular time. Right? You go downstairs, you make your coffee or your tea, you make some breakfast, you're at your desk early. Do you take a full lunch? Not really. There's only so much television that you can watch, and you'll come back and you'll do your job. That's another excellent, even if you called it 20 minutes. 20 minutes at the beginning, 20 minutes in the middle, 20 minutes at the end. That's still an extra hour a day. And trust me, there's more. But let's just call it an hour a day. That's a lot. So just saying. Which will come first? The commercial market fail before the altcoin run? I don't know. I have to look. I have to do my whole calendar, because I think the biggest issue is that the commercial real estate problem could happen at any time. It's a bubble. It can burst at any time. I'm surprised nobody said anything when the government said, "Oh, we want to get rid of some buildings." Huh? Oh. That one right there. That one right there, that's when people go, oh, that's not good. All that commercial real estate on the market. So who's going to buy my building? Nobody. So maybe I can convert my building. Maybe. How much money is that going to take? A lot. Just saying. Hum's house. Companies reported jobs in the 80s, which destroyed communities. Exported jobs. Yep. Now that the damage is done, they say they want industries back. But do they? They're not doing anything to bring them back. So you want those industries back. Those are the low-level jobs. They're still exporting the high-level jobs. Yeah. Underdog was good. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of calculation that we're going to have to do, and we're going to have to noodle on that. Anyway, let's see. Tonight's poll, we did it again. 9 votes. Walmart, MasterCard, Target. 22% for Walmart, 0% for Microsoft, 67% for MasterCard, 11% for Target. That's right. It's MasterCard. 30% of their 2024 transactions have been tokenized. Yep. And they deem it as a big market that's coming. Very interesting. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do me a favor, smash the likes. Tell your friends about us. Have us grow the community. And if you want to become a member of the community, not just a subscriber, go to growmybag.tv/sign-up and become a bagger for $12 a year and a big bagger for $120 a year. We have over 7,100 articles that you have access to when you join the site. And we're upgrading, as I showed you a little bit tonight. There'll be more very, very soon. So for my big baggers, that was the feed, and we'll be duplicating that for the big baggers. That's what we're working on right now. So we're trying to get that done as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. But, securely. Like I had to log in. That's a big deal. Anyway, everybody, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And most of all, thank you for your trust. I greatly appreciate you.